Hey everybody, it's Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority, and today we're talking about a new tool called crxcavator. Basically, what it does is allows you to find out information about your Chrome extension to see if it's if there's problems. So I'm going to use the Chrome Web Store itself because hey, this will give us a pretty good baseline of what we're talking about. I'm going to take the ID for the Chrome extension, which is always at the end. I'm going to pop it in here and push that. Don't worry, it says no result found. Just push the button. Chrome Web Store. Now, this is Chrome's own web store, so that should tell you something right away. Um, this number, content security policy, doesn't bother me because it's a total score that I want to know. The permissions, web store details. These is the information that combined I want to know. If I come down here, it's 398. I don't tend to worry about it unless it's around 400. And the reason is because part of this permissions right here is to install the Chrome extension from the store. Part of this content security policy is some of the Chrome extension security policies, not the store itself. So there's a lot of variables in here. But this score is under 400, I don't worry. If it's over 400, I start wondering why. And then the next thing I always check is this risk over time. If it's still in the store and this risk over time is going down, I love it. In this case, there is none. But if it's going down, I mean, when it first goes in store, it might go up, and then as it goes back and forth with Google and tries to figure out what does and does not work, it should come down. I'm happy. I'm very happy. If it constantly goes up, I get concerned. But then I come down here, and this is what always gets me, is right here. Permissions, management, gives permission to access to Chrome Management API Medium. Well, if you're installing a Chrome extension, you got to be able to get the API to install the extension. I mean, that's kind of common sense. So Medium doesn't bother me. I come down here a little more, and I go down content security policy, self, no data yet, not scannable. So that tells me the security policy thing up here is not as big a deal as I thought. And that's really it. You see the potential external community, and this is big. We know it's Google, Google, Google. Well, it's the Chrome Google store. Of course, it's going to communicate back and forth there. If I see something that says something like um, redhathackers.com, I'm going to be worried. Why would the Chrome store be going to Red Hat Hackers? Not that there is such a site. Don't know if there is. If I see something up here and it ends in a something other than a .com or something like that, I want to know where's that site coming from. And I might go so far as to do something really stupid like this and copy it, open it up, paste, see what happens. It gets all that stuff. But you see what I'm doing? I'm using what's called IPUIS, and I'm noticing it's in the U.S. I'm okay with that. It's in the U.S. And I'm going down here, and it's Google Analytics. This is the domain, so this is Google. If I see something in there with this community, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, run it, and I'm going to look over here. And if it says Russia, I'm not going. I'm getting out of Dodge. If it says China, getting out of Dodge. If it says North Korea, I'm definitely running. Other countries, you gotta wait. You gotta kind of see what is going on, and you always want to go in and go to the WHOIS and see what it says here. Um, and everything. You got all this information here available to you. You just need to kind of decide what you want to use and what you don't want to use. And then I'll usually like to go to this Alexa traffic one to see how much traffic there is. If there's not a lot of traffic, and it's out, if it's from out of the country and there's not a lot of traffic, that worries me because there should be. And then you go to the web archive. Don't really. That's the Wayback Machine. Don't really care about going to that. But you can see what else has been going on there if you know how to search in it. DNS. You get the DNS. You get the DNS and all the direct DNS and the SLL and records. You get all sorts of really cool information, including this. It tells you right exactly where it's coming from. So you get a lot of really cool information that for me, for someone like me, I want to see. This is how I know whether or not I'm really, 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 really happy. But it all starts right here. This is where all it starts with. This is where the magic happens, so to speak. This is where we can find out almost anything we want. And that's important. That's really, 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 really important. So there you go. That's it. Again, it all starts and stops with figuring out what Chrome extension and checking it out. You always want to go in, see how many users, not how many of the stars, because there's always more users. This has got a lot of users, got pretty good stars. I'm going to want to go into reviews. I'm always going to want to go to the most recent because I don't want to care. I don't really want to see that you didn't like it 20 years ago when it first came out. Overall, it's pretty good. And then, of course, when I'm in here, I always Want to know who did it? It's the store. It's Google itself. I want to come down here and see any information that might be here. Privacy policies, all sorts of neat stuff. Last time it was updated, which is last year. Then I'm going to take it, run it into my CRX, read all this CRX stuff, and come down here to communication and make sure the communications look good. And as far as permissions goes, I'm going to pay attention to what permissions it gives, but in the big scheme of things, I mean, you could see what permission you're given just by going in here and seeing. Here's your site setting, and here's in here you could decide what you've given permission for and what you haven't given permission for, and you could just remove it, change it, don't allow them to have access, allow them to have access, whatever you want. So even if you give permission to something you didn't mean to, you can always go back and change it and get rid of it. So you have complete control over the permissions. So there you go. That's it. But it all starts with this. This is it. The CR excavator is where it all starts and stops. It helps you figure out what to and not to do in the world of Chrome. My name is Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority, CRX Excavator. May the source be with you.